Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Open Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out Bastide, which is a city-building game sort of set in medieval times. We're going to jump into things and see what we've got going on. The first thing that I should say about this game is that it actually came out a little while ago, but I never checked it out, and it seems right up my street, so I don't know why I didn't. The second thing to say is that it's still under active development, but it is very, very, very early on. It is a very, I say it's a very early alpha. It's an alpha. It feels like an alpha, but that, to be honest, does not stop me from checking out any game. And also, I'm very interested in this genre, as you can probably see. And so I'm absolutely going to check it out. I love checking out new games. It is my thing. Right, okay, so let's see what we've got going on. As ever, I'll try my very best to explain what the heck is going on. We've got all of our resources up at the top here. Pay specific attention to the amount of food that we've got, the amount of wood and stone. That's going to be very, very, very critical early on. We've got a couple of buildings already established for us. We've got the warehouse, which stores, I guess, most useful non-bulk items. We've got a stockpile outside, which does stone, wood, copper, iron, lumber, and cut stone, so that's fine. We got a couple of houses, and actually in this game there's a lot of houses. Like, there's a tremendously large number of buildings that we can build already. So we're very, very, very much going to be exploring that. Helpfully, the video game gives me a nice little recommended list of things that we can get started with. I kind of like the idea of getting well, certainly getting the forester. Getting the forester down early on seems like a great thing to do. So we'll do that. We'll also see if we can try and get the mine down early on. Now, the mine needs to go, there we go, into the side of the mountain. And the mine is going to allow us to get stone, copper, and also iron out of the hillside, which is fine. We're gonna recruit people to the job, which is fine. What do we got? Wood hut and a pasture. I mean, yeah, we can build a wood hut, but I don't actually want to build a wood hut right now. I will build a pasture because a pasture is going to be one of the main ways that we are able to generate. Maybe not there actually. Let's get pasture over here. Yeah, it's going to be one of the main ways that we generate food. You know, don't worry about the fact that there's a tree there. It doesn't matter. We'll get it chopped down. Don't worry about that. We'll also get somebody recruited into the pasture. We're not going to house sheep. We're going to house... let's house chickens, actually. Let's house chickens. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. Wood hut, yeah, we'll get in a second. Blacksmith and a tailor will also get momentarily. But for now, there's a couple of things that I want to do just before we get started, which is just going to transpire to a little bit more efficiency. First things first, we're going to build a cart. Now, the cart is kind of nice because it costs five logs. I can immediately stick it into the world. We're also going to get some paths as well. There we go. Which is just going to speed up walking. There's some very, very nice bendy paths which have just been added. Where's the mine? The mine is literally over there. There we go. So that's looking good. That's not quite what I ordered, video game, but I will excuse you for it. It's fine. There we go. And we'll get a path over there. Obviously, the path is pretty simple. It gives us the additional move speed, which is quite nice. And yeah, we should be all good. Now, what we need to do is we need to get some animals for our pasture, and we also need to finish our recommendations. We also need to maybe get the forester built. Look at that. The cart literally just took 10 resources over to the forester. That is what the cart does. It gets you a whole bunch of construction speed, which is really, really nice. Anyway, the way at the moment that you go about getting animals for your pasture, we click on this button here that says highlight animals, and it's a pretty unofficial sort of operation. We basically just have to hunt around for the animals that we're looking for. I decided on chickens, didn't I? Yeah, we literally click on capture the chickens, and we'll bring them back to the pasture. It is frankly absurd that we need to do this, but that is what we need to do. Is that a chicken over there? No, that's a sheep. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna have to do this for pretty much, well, not necessarily all of the animals that we collect, because we can, I believe, have a little bit of population growth in the in the chicken coop. There we go, chicken over there. But I mean, this is just gonna get us. This is gonna get us started here. Yeah, so we need to literally assign one person to the pasture, and they're just gonna go. They're gonna go and chase these chickens around, quite literally like a headless chicken, and they're gonna round them up and they're gonna bring them back. It's quite literally that simple. It's weird, but it's simple. Okay, there we go. So have we assigned somebody? Yeah, we've assigned somebody. So yeah, we'll check back in. We'll check back in here, and we'll see if we've got any chickens and if we've got any eggs. And then we'll finally be able to answer the question of what came first. Anyway, so continuing on, what do we got? We got happiness up here. Average happiness affects how quickly new settlers can join. Can be increased with bread, cheese, alcohol, and prayer. Unhappy villagers might leave. That's fine. And then we've got a little overview of exactly who's doing what. We can see we've got 3 miners, we've got 1 animal farmer, and we've got 2 laborers. And happy days, we got a forester. We got a forester building that is built. We're going to assign 1 person there so that we can still have 1 laborer. And the reason being is that I would like to see if we can try and build a house. Because in this game, in order to... There we go, build pathway out here. In order to... That's fine. Yep, happy with that. In order to get additional population, you need to build houses for them to come and live in. And we can choose to build a variety of houses here. So we could build a twig hut, a wood hut, a thatched hut. And this is like the smallest size. Cold and uncomfortable, or we could choose to build a small wooden house, but it's going to cost us wood. Can be warmed with sticks though, if we wanted to. We could build a medium plaster house, or we could build a large stone house, or we could build a huge stone house, but it's going to cost us an absolute ton of resources to get that done. We could also build an orphanage as well, which is, well, funnily enough, if the parents die, then that's where the children go. But ideally, we'd like to not see that happen, because otherwise we're going to start seeing some problems. Let's get that in there. That in there. Right. I think that's good. So that's 2 small wooden house. You know, cost us 15 wood apiece. We've got most of the wood required. 2 additional families would go a long way. So that would be really, really great. Yeah, so total food. I am a little bit worried that we are going to run out of total food, so we need to continue to try and round up the chickens, please. And then we'll maybe see if we can try and get another food source somehow. What do we got? A hunter's hut. I do like the idea of a hunter's hut. That would be good. A field, a farm. I don't really want to mess around with the farm. We could go for a fisherman's hut, couldn't we? I think that, or an apiary, an orchard, a cheesemonger, mill, and a bakery. Yeah, so let's go for a hunter's hut in the first instance. So we got our housing estate over here. Let's go for a little bit of an industrial sort of operation over there. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this order of operations. So we've got 1 small wooden house, which hopefully is going to mean that a family is going to come and join us pretty soon. I'm very, very much hoping that is going to be the next step, and we should be notified of that if it happens. Will it happen? Who knows? But we've also got a second small wooden house over there, which is grand, and we need, what, 6 stone and a bit of wood. Yeah. So the mine is currently working on extracting stone, copper, and iron. We've got a mix of all of them. We can also upgrade some buildings, by the way. For example, reduce deaths. There we go. That's a thing that we can do in the mine. It's going to cost us iron to do, so I'm not particularly interested. We've got water, by the way. We've got water coming up from the well. That is fine. Pretty happy with all things, with these things all considered. It's not looking too bad. What I do want to do, though, is I do want to develop this area. Yeah, I want to develop this area a little bit. So yeah, we also can build an army and some barracks, and that's definitely something that we're going to be able to do. You know, a Fletcher, a pillory provides you a space to lock up criminals. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna try and do. Are we getting any eggs from these chickens? Oh, look at that. Our chicken capacity just increased by 1. Nice. These chickens are thirsty, apparently. Some thirsty chickens. Well, you're probably going to have to wait until the morning when your keeper's going to come back. I'm probably going to remove the highlight from the animals, as I don't think it's strictly necessary for me to deal with right now. We're low on food. We're very, very low on food. Let's see if we can try and build this as a priority. And let's get ourselves a second forester, because believe it or not, I think it's pretty mission critical that we get more foresters. Right. You should be bringing water there. That's fantastic. Yeah, we are completely out of food, so we really need to get a move on with either the eggs coming from the chicken coop, which there is none at the moment, but hopefully there's going to be some. And we also need to get that hunter's hut built. But I currently do not have anybody that is able to labor. Everybody is gainfully employed. If there is going to be somebody that I take out of their role, it is going to be from the mine, and we're going to change things up a little bit. We've got 3 people that are currently starving. So hopefully we get ourselves some eggs really, really soon. Are any of these chickens interested in having any eggs? That would be great. It would be really, really good at some point today. That would be fantastic. 3 eggs. Oh, fantastic. Great news. Great news. Let's get those eggs. Let's get those eggs in. We've only got 2 people that are starving now. Fantastic. Right. That is fantastic news. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Only 1 person that's starving. Great. I mean, the bar is very, very low, but I'm delighted that we're fixing the problem now. Still no sign of any other families. Yeah, but people have moved into their own houses, so that's a little bit frustrating. Well, we're gonna need to build some more houses. We'll do that. We'll do that in due course. That's fine. Why is there being 15 out of 14 logs delivered to this area? That seems a little bit unnecessary, but not the end of the world. Right, up to 17. Brilliant. We still have no food, but nobody's starving, which is great. Lovely, lovely position to be in. We don't particularly want anybody to starve at all. And we'll get the hunter's hut built, and we'll probably take somebody else out of the mine. And that person can go and be the hunter. What do we want to hunt? Let's not hunt chickens. Don't hunt cows. Hunt goats. Don't hunt pigs. Don't hunt sheeps, and hunt wolves. Sure. So basically, these are all of the animals that can't be captured. We're going to hunt them. So let's do that. And let's hope that it yields something. Let us hope that it yields something. We do have a tiny little bit of food, so that's great. Let's get what do I want? Small wooden house. Yeah, let's get another small wooden house over here. We build it? Yeah, we can. We just cannot toggle clipping. Yeah, there we go. I think it's because the angle of the path is slightly wrong. Either way, we're getting a decent amount of wood now, which is great. More houses though, because apparently everybody has decided to just move into the houses that I built as opposed to doing anything else. Look at that. Meat coming in, we've got wool coming in, and we've got animal fat. Beautiful. Lovely to see. Fantastic. So we're kind of thin to the ground on food at the moment, but frankly, that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Right, what we need to do now is scale everything up. We do need to get the blacksmith and the tailor properly established. I'm going to do that over there and this over here. We're not going to prioritize the building of these things, though. I mean, it's just not a priority for me, unfortunately. The small wooden house is the priority, so that's what we'll do. But that being said, I mean, there'll probably be some resources that we can deliver to the blacksmith, you know, stuff like the stone. But I would really, really, really like to try and get an additional person or an additional family to come into the village. That would be really, really handy. There we go. Beautiful. Because if we get an additional family, then that's going to be 2 extra workers. That's the way that it works. So you get, you know, the husband-wife combo. You get them coming along, which is marvelous. And then from there, we can scale things up. A good number of chickens, 20 out of 34 chickens. That's fantastic. Really, really happy. Which is going to yield even more eggs, which is great. Very, very happy with that. We've got ourselves a small wooden house. It's just finished. Nobody move into this one. Please, nobody move into this one. We should be fine. We should be fine. We should be fine. Right. Do I care about the tailor or do I care about the blacksmith? I mean, either or. To be fair, we're going to be able to build both of them in reasonably short order. Do I want to get some milk? Do I want to get some milk? Is milk classed as its own category? I don't think so. Beer. If milk is categorized as its own little thing, then I'm not aware of it. What do we got? Apiary, fisherman's hut. Oh yeah, we should get a fisherman's hut. Let's get a fisherman's hut. I'm gonna get a fisherman's hut like over here. Sure. A new family's arrived. Oh, beautiful. That's brilliant. Absolutely delighted. That's gonna be great. And that's gonna be the fishing family. That's gonna be the fishing family. So I hope that they have expertise in fishing. There we go. Set that up to be chopped as well. Marvelous. Okay, look at this. We're getting there. We still need more. We still need more and more food. Could we go on the food offensive, please? Fisherman's hut, that gets prioritized like absolutely maximum. We should have more than enough wood to do it now. Or I say more than enough. We should have just about enough. Yeah, so we do need to increase our food potential. I'm thinking that maybe chickens don't provide a tremendously large amount of calories for us right now. I'm thinking that it's perhaps not enough. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3 laborers? Can't upgrade the hunter's hut, to be fair. Do we really want to? No. No, we don't. Just get that done. Get that built. Beautiful. And we can chop. We are food positive. We are food positive. It's just that we are constantly sort of very, very thin to the ground, but that's okay. We could also do with getting another pasture as well. I tell you what, let's go into tools. Let's do tree selection. Let's get these trees chopped down. We'll start to build another pasture over in that vicinity. Good news is that the blacksmith is being built. The tailor is not yet being built, but that's okay. Fisherman's hut will get one fisherman. Okay. Let's do the fishing here. Marvelous. The water is kind of flowing in a funky direction, but you're doing the fishing, so that's great. And you've already produced 3 fish. Well, you know what? Regardless of how derpy it looks, I can't really complain, can I? If you're yielding actual food, you've probably already produced more calories than my entire chicken pasture has, but that's okay. Okay, so how many laborers does that leave us with? That's 2 laborers that we've got left. That's okay. Let's see if we can try and get another house. I would love to welcome in another family. A small wooden house right about here would be brilliant. And remember, we can upgrade this. We can upgrade this if we want to. We're going to need to get some timber, if that's the case. But it's not a big deal to do that. Right, we'll start the process of getting our next pasture up and running. And the next pasture is... What's most useful? Place a gate location. What's most useful? Do we think cows, chicken? No, not more chicken. I think more cows. We can only have up to 8 cows here. Let's turn on highlight animals. That's a sheep. Right, yoink that cow. More. Just a second cow would be a good start. Goat, totally useless. Cow, that's our second cow. It's our third cow. Any other cows? That's a cow down there. Brilliant. We can only keep up to 5 of these things. Alright, up to 8 of these things. Cows, that is. That's already to be captured. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get one of our people to go and do the cattle rustling. We're gonna go and collect them collect them up. We'll see what happens. Right, so when we hit 34 chickens, that is, we might very well be able to get a little bit of meat out of our birds. We're starting to see some more meals become available, which is great. We've also finished with the tailor. The tailor, by the way, and the blacksmith have both got recipes, so needs wood with copper or iron to make tools. We can do that. Needs wood and copper to make sword. Needs wood and 2 copper to make that. Now, we can add orders of these if we want to. I'm not particularly bothered about doing that, but we can if we need to. I'm not overly concerned. Either way, we're into June, which is fine. It's a nice place to be. Weather is feeling positive, feeling fine and dandy, which is grand. Looking good. 51 eggs. Nice. 16 bits of food. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, I literally think the only thing that we could possibly be doing better right now is getting some houses. And you know what? I think we're maybe going to see if we can try and elevate our building capability. Maybe I just go for a huge wooden house. The reason that I think we want a huge wooden house is because, in fact, even maybe multiple huge wooden houses. Prioritize that first. Yeah, we'll get multiple huge wooden houses because these things can be upgraded first and foremost, which is great. But also, they've got, let's turn this nonsense off. They've got capacity for up to 4 villagers, which means that hopefully parents are going to arrive and then they're going to have 2 children. To be fair, it's probably not that optimal to actually have children. It's probably more optimal just to bring villagers in, because when we bring villagers in, just thinking about it here, when we bring villagers in, it means that we don't have to deal with the whole, raising the child up. There we go. But you know what? We'll start the process of building. These things. It takes 13 years, I think it is, for a child to become an adult in this game. I have absolutely no idea where that actually transpires to in terms of hours and months and whatnot, but I guess we'll find out. We'll find out in due course. Either way, we're building the small wooden house as a top priority. We'll build the other small wooden house as another top priority, and we'll hopefully get going. Pretty rapidly. Starting to see a little bit of milk being produced in the pasture, which is great. 32 out of 34 chickens in the other pasture. Marvelous. Look at that. Look at that fisherman's hut. Got 44, literally 44 fishes, which is marvelous. Right, how many laborers do we have left? We've got 1 laborer left. That is the 1 laborer that is actually doing all of the building. That's fine. That's exactly what we want to see. It's exactly what we want to see happening. 5 out of 10, or 10 more bits of wood. That's totally fine. Okay, good. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this chicken coop. See what happens. We're gonna see what happens on the cow pasture as well. I mean, we're probably gonna reach 8 at some point. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. 34, come on, 34. It's gonna happen at some point soon. Yeah. So the tailors can make clothing and also warm clothing. We don't have leather yet, or wool, or linen. But, to be fair, if we're going to get leather anywhere, then we're going to get it here. Or we're going to get hide here, and then we're going to need to put it into a tannery in order to do some tanning. Not tanning of the sunbed variety, you'll understand. It's tanning of the other variety. Right, what do we got here? A chandlery. Animal fat is used to create candles. We got a well, which we've already got. A school raises students' intelligence. I don't know about that. A tannery, we'll probably get that in a second. Market provides cheaper prices for goods. Yeah, let's build that. Let's see how that ends up working out. Right, a new family has arrived. Marvelous. Low amount of clothes, low amount of tools. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. We can deal with that in just a second. A church. I really do want to get a church, but we need to get cut stone and proper timber for that. Herbalist, grow herbs, don't care. Cobbler, increase walk speed. That's pretty cool. Cemetery. That costs 1 stone. But yeah, presumably Yeah, it's scales. That's fine. Warehouse, no. Blacksmith. We've already got, yep, just double checking. Tailor, we've already got. Gatherer, yeah, I mean, sure. I don't know if that's going to be useful, but probably, right? Firewood, we do need to get a firewood. We do need to get a firewood building. We do need to get a firewood building, and we need to get a firewood building before winter crops up. There we go. There we go. Chop that down. Yeah, we need to get a firewood building before winter crops up. We got a little bit of firewood, but it's hardly enough. Hardly enough. Market, that goes up to priority number 2. Firewood. Yeah. Okay. We also maybe need to get another forester. I feel like our resource generation at the moment is quite poor. Sure. Make that the priority 1. Make that the priority 1 building. Right, so, brilliant. Okay, the pasture has capped out. Fantastic. That's moving towards the correct number. Beautiful. We're starting to get meat. That is great. I am very, very happy with that. That is looking good. That is looking very, very good indeed. Can we maybe take this person out the fishing hut? To be fair, we probably can. What do we got? The market. Is this gonna get me? Is this gonna get me any resources? No clothes left. No tools left. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. We can do. We can recruit one person here. I can't add an order for that. Need wood with copper or iron, which we have plenty of actually, in order to make tools. Okay, let's take the person at the fishing hut. A new family has arrived. Brilliant. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 laborers. We got 4 laborers. That's a-okay. That's pretty good going. That's pretty good going if I do indeed say so myself. But we are out of clothes. Linen. How on earth do we make linen? Hide and wool. I tell you what, we can rustle up some sheep. We can rustle up some sheep. Let's do that. Shall we? Right. Gate location over here. We'll assign somebody and we'll go and highlight the animals. Sheep, capture. Cow. Oh, why not capture the cow as well? It's a deer. Sheep. It's a pig by the looks of things. Sheep. It's a deer. This feels ridiculous to do. It really, really feels ridiculous to do. It's a pig. Chicken. Capture that chicken. I mean, capturing a chicken when you have a full... When you have a full pasture, presumably just means slaughter, really, presumably. Right, so sheeps are an endangered species around these parts, apparently. There we go. He says as he finds 2 of them immediately. Beautiful. Okay, you know what? That'll be good enough for now. That'll be good enough for now. We'll get our sheeps on the go. I mean, maybe there's a few more up this mountainous area. That's one literally over there. Cow, sure. Fine. Sheep. Goat. Sheep. Okay, that's enough. That's enough sheeps. That's enough sheeps. Right, so the firewood building has not been built yet. We're still working on that. And we're also still working on the forester, which we're prioritizing. That's fine. Right, so we should be able to get some more tools, which is great. Very, very happy with that. It will help. It will help us to get a few more bits and bobs. Right, how do we make linen? How do we make linen? I have absolutely no idea how this market works, by the way. Just want to make that abundantly clear. But I'm glad that it's happening. Glad that it's there. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the thing that makes us linen. It's got to be around here somewhere. Tannery. I can get a tannery. That is at least going to give us... Let's not put the tannery, like, next to... Yeah, put it over there. In the middle of nowhere. Stinking thing. Firewood, healer's hut. No, no idea. No idea. Stonemasonry. No, don't need that. Apiary. I mean, I presume it's sheep wool. Consumes linen. Yeah, so it's not the tailor. It must be here, right? Brewery, market. No, I have absolutely no idea how we make linen. I might just be missing it. I might just be missing it, to be honest. But look, we can at least try and make warm clothing. We can make warm clothing fairly easily. We'll get the forester done first, and then we'll move on. Right, I did see a little bit of a decrease in our population there. I don't know what happened. I think somebody died. If somebody dies, by the way, then that makes people upset. That makes people upset. Yep, still no idea what that market is doing. That's fine. Right, so sheepies. Sheepies can give us wool, which is great. The pasture's maxed out. We're starting to get meat as well as hide now. That's fantastic. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. It's all coming together. We'll process the tannery slightly higher than everything else. The good news is, though, is that the forester is officially done, which is great. We'll equip 2 people there, and we should be able to immediately double quick time get going on... That sheep is being captured. That's good. That's why it's walking into the pasture by itself. There we go. Good sheepy. Well done. Well done. Well done. Right, so warm clothing, leather and warm clothing. Leather and wool will make warm clothing. Good. That's easy enough to do. Right, the firewood thingy, we need 15 wood for that. That is A-okay. Happy days. Okay, I mean, it's all coming together. It's all coming together now. Can we capture this cow? I think the cow has already officially been captured. It's great news. Right, we are making slight but slow progress on these huge wooden houses here. That sheep has also been captured. Looks like sheeps get a walk speed bonus by walking on the roads as well. So they're gonna they're gonna take the path right into the pasture. Oh, you love to see it. It's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, am I building this? Am I building this tannery? Do I have any laborers left, actually? No, I don't have any laborers left. Well, that makes perfect sense why we're not building the tannery. Let's, once this tool is done, let's decrease the number of blacksmiths we have to exactly 0, and that should be fine. Right, so we can suffer an invasion, by the way. I should have mentioned that earlier. We haven't endured that quite yet, but we no doubt will. Barracks, I will get a barrack. A singular barrack. A defensive building for an archer. Yeah, let's get the 2 production buildings that I know we're gonna need. First of all, we're gonna get the... Where is it? Not the brewery. Not the tannery, although the tannery is what we need. We need the warehouse. What am I after? The lumber mill. Yeah, lumber mill and a stonemasonry. We'll get both of those. We'll get both of those quite shortly, in fact. Lumber mill over here. And the stonemasonry over there. I can't see a bleeding thing because it is nighttime. Also, we got 2 people that have got an illness at the moment. Illness is almost certainly going to transpire towards death. So, capture that sheep. So I would like to rectify that if it's all possible. What do we need in order to do that? Production. I think we're going to need a gatherer. Sure. Get a pathway out here too. And what was the other thing? A healer's hut? Sure. Let's do it. So, the tannery is officially made. We've got one laborer. I think we're gonna need to get more. I think we're gonna need to get more people here. Well, why don't we try and build the huge wooden house? We'll build the huge wooden house. That's gonna welcome in a brand new family. Let's get rid of that highlight thing. I don't need to click on you. Didn't need to click on you. That's fine. Right. Either way, it's good. How on earth we're still like scraping the bottom of the barrel with regards to food? I have absolutely no idea. After we've got 3 pastures, a hunting hut, and a fisherman's hut. Although to be fair, the fisherman's hut isn't actually in operation at the moment. Either way, let's get this huge wooden house done as swiftly as possible, please. And then we'll be good. Also, a stockpile. I feel like maybe a secondary stockpile would be useful. Because they are free to build. Hold on. There we go. Okay, stockpile is go. So hopefully that means that anybody that's dropping anything off in this vicinity will... Is that... You coming? Yeah, that sheep has been captured. It looks ridiculous. Okay, huge wooden house is going to get built. It's actually coming along very, very nicely indeed. The irritating thing is that it's only going to bring with it 2 adults. You know, so that's a shame. Sheep pasture's looking good. Very, very nice, in fact. Chicken pasture's looking fine. We're producing a little bit of animal fat here from 2 of these. So we could make candles. It doesn't affect average happiness, apparently. Put that on priority 2. Put this on priority 1. Yeah, we're getting some serious wood now. That's awful to say, but we're getting a lot of wood here. Right. I imagine that somebody's going to want to move into this house pretty darn quick. We're on 69. Nice. Average happiness, which is great. Happy with that. And the next 2 people that we get, I think we're going to get 1 tanner. Which I can't click on this thing apparently. We're going to get 1 tailor and 1 tanner. And that's going to replace our clothing. We're also probably maybe going to see if we can try and get a blacksmith at some point. Yeah. Either way, we got loads of wood. We're fine for wood. Looks like somebody is using the stockpile, which is kind of the main thing. Kind of the main thing, which is very, very good. Happy, very, very happy with that. How's our sheep pasture looking? We've only got 1 bit of wool. 1 singular bit of wool. 2 singular bits now of wool from that pasture, but we've capped out our capacity, which is great. Very, very happy with that. Illness. This illness is going to lead to death very, very shortly. I would almost certainly wager. Let's build that at priority 1 as well as building this at priority 1. Yeah, do I maybe want to take somebody out of here? Take somebody out of the hunter's hut? I want to take somebody out of somewhere. Take somebody out of the market. Again, I don't really understand what the point of the market is, but might be for a later implementation of something. Either way, a second... Wait, hold on. Are you seriously telling me that you're bringing 1 log? That seems entirely pointless to bring 1 log when this cart is bringing 4. It can take up to 10. I don't know why we just don't get the cart to do 1 big load. Anyway, whatever the case, the gatherer is going to get done very, very shortly. Has seriously nobody moved into this house yet? I mean, that's a shame. I kind of was anticipating that somebody would already be here, but that is a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame. Either way, we're going to get this gatherer done. And let's move on. I suppose we could make our warm clothing now. A new family's arrived. Fantastic news. Great stuff. Great stuff. Let's do exactly what I said I was going to do. We'll get one person into the tailor. One person into the tanning rack. If I can click on the darn thing. There we go. Not much of a tannery, is it? Especially if we're trying to dry out leather in the middle of pouring rain. That seems reductive. We got a low amount of tools. That's okay, though. That's okay. We still have 2 laborers. That's great. We still have maximum number of foresters. That's cool. We still need a lot more wood. We still need a lot more wood than anything else. Singular well might not be enough for much longer, but that's okay. Gatherer, we're going to get that built. There we go. Ah, I see. The Gatherer gives us cloth. How on earth that makes sense, I have absolutely no idea. Healer's Hut is now priority number 1. That's brilliant. And then maybe actually the Wooden Hut should be priority number 1. Let's build the Wooden Hut at priority number 2. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. We can see that we've got all four bits of hide strung up over there. That's looking marvelous. We are low on tools. We've got 1 tool left. That's okay. Again, I'm really questioning how we're continually running out of meat. I have absolutely no idea how we don't have more meat. Or more food in general, actually. Very, very perplexing. Either way, Healer's Hut is officially donezo. That's brilliant. We've got 1 laborer. That's fine. Fine for now, anyway. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, so linen. How do we refine... How do we refine the linen? It's like it's a thing. It's a thing somehow. I've no idea, but there we go. Anyway, yeah, we've got mushrooms, we've got herbs, brilliant. Healer's Hut produce medicine. Now, I don't think that we need anyone to administer the medicine. I think it's sort of self-administering. Let's get somebody out of sure, go out of the hut. Leave the hunter's hut for a minute and work on that instead. The huge wooden hut will be built very, very soon indeed. And I kind of need everybody working on clothes and everything in general at the moment, to be honest. Yeah, so, I mean, productivity is not as high as it probably could be. We've got quite long walk routes to get through. But that's okay. Can we upgrade this? Increase productivity by 10%? That ain't happening. That ain't happening at all. Here we go. What's on that cart? 3 bits. We still have 4 people that are ill. We are producing more medicine, though. We are doing it. We are doing it. And we still got herbs here that we've produced, which is marvelous. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, 1 herb to make 1 medicine. We got 4. We got 4 in stock. Everything's being delivered to the warehouse, which is exactly where they should be delivered, which is marvelous. Loads of wood. We got 28 wood over there, which is grand. Yeah, we can be happy about that. The number of number of ill people that we've got is definitely reducing, which is great. Yeah, so one laborer does kind of suck. Any sign of any childs in the big house? No. So the big house has been not a complete waste of time, but I mean, it's not exactly great. For that reason, we're going to get like 3 small little houses here. There you go. Build that at priority 2, build that at priority 2. Build that at priority 2. Yeah, so if we could get some more just people to labor, actually, that would be great. How are we doing for clothing? I mean, we are making clothing, right? We're making warm clothing, at least. Are we, like, seriously... Oh, we did actually... Hold on, we did produce clothing. Is linen different from cloth, or is it just the same thing? It looks different, but then it's saying that we've produced 4 normal clothing and then 3 warm clothing this year. I don't know. That's a funny one. Maybe I'm just missing something, honestly. Right, this thing is an absolute nightmare to click on. But it looks very fancy. Looks very fancy. Yeah, this definitely makes leather. It's a very simple setup with the tannery. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, medicine-wise, we're looking good, though. That's great. We've got the huge wooden house. Did that result in another family arriving? No, somebody has just decided to move over. You son of a gun. Oh, a new family has arrived. Tell a lie, somebody moved in somewhere. Don't know what happened, but that's great news. Right, let's go back to blacksmithing. Market, don't particularly care about. Hunter's Hut, don't particularly care about. Let's have 1 additional laborer, 1 person blacksmithing. That's fine. Says that we got 12 people that are starving. I refuse to believe that that's actually the case. I mean, it might be the case temporarily, but I don't think so. We have people starving to death? Are you kidding me? How? How? Well, now we got nobody to assign anywhere. Oh, it's miserable. Well, I'll tell you what, once this blacksmith is done here, we'll reassign somebody to do the fishing. We're still getting berries and mushrooms and feathers and whatnot. I have absolutely no idea how we're still not managing to feed our population. Our population fundamentally has not increased by a tremendous amount, and yet we're still just not able to. We're just not able to get across the line. We're just not able to do it. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Are all the eggs being kept on the pasture? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? I feel like it might be. I would love to know if that's the case, because look at all this milk. Look at all this milk. Look at all the meat from the sheep. No clothes left, no tools left. Yeah, I know. That's so that's a problem. The people starving to death thing. The people starving to death thing also now means that, like, more people are just living by themselves, which I don't like. Take 1 person out of that forester, take 1 person out of that forester. It's going to give us 2 laborers, which, to be fair, we actually need, like, pretty desperately. Yeah, there we go. Should be able to prioritize a bit more accordingly. Let's also see if we can try and get another cart. No reason not to, I suppose. There we go. And we can build that small wooden house. It's going to get us 2 more people. Do I want to put 1 person into the hunting thingy this time? Is that kind of what we're after? 1 person into the hunting hut. Yeah, sure. We'll put 1 person into the hunting hut. Yep, we're still waiting for a new family to join, so we've reduced the number of laborers that we have by 1. That's totally fine. Very, very amenable to seeing that happen. That's okay. We can also probably turn down the... Yeah, turn down the gathering and the healing operation. We do have 1 person that's still sick, but... Yeah, you're gonna survive, aren't you? You don't have any shoes, but that's okay. We also don't have any clothes left. Like, how is that? How do we not have any clothes left? Like, seriously, like, how are we running out of clothes? Like, we must have managed. We must have managed to get people their clothes. If we've produced, hold on. If we've produced 11 clothes this year, we only have a population of 13. Where are these flipping clothes going? They're not going into the market, are they? I don't think so. Well, so the small wooden house is going to get built. That's brilliant. And then we can finally get to work on the stonemason and the lumber yard. That's great. Yeah, some very confusing calculations here. Very, very confusing calculations. We also maybe need an additional well. That's okay, though. Right. One additional family to arrive soon, I hope. God, I'd love to upgrade these houses. I'd love to upgrade these houses. I just don't have the capability to do so at the moment, do I? No, I don't think I do. Queue up 3 more. In for a penny, in for a pound. That's 44 food, by the way, before we go into the evening. 44 food. I don't think there's a single huntable animal within range, by the way. Yeah, that's useless for me. That's useless. Do we get more fish? Do we get more fishing capability? Is that what we need? Is that what we want? Right, well, we should have another family arriving soon. Appreciably, it's not that happy. Bread, cheese, alcohol, and prayer. Bread, cheese, alcohol, and prayer. Wow, look at this. Look at how zippy that dude is. Fantastic. And again, still no clothes. How is that possible? How on earth is that possible? New families arrived. Marvelous. Okay, so we got 42 food, 43 food before the evening time. People, you know, have a little snack in the evening. That's fine. It's December, by the way, and I still have this building to build. I still have that flippin' building to build. The firewood building. Right, so everybody has got something to eat, right? Everybody's got something to eat. Down to 19 food. That's good. That's fine. That's okay. I may need to get another well. Which I'll do. Yeah, build that priority 1. There's no reason not to get another well, right? Okay, so we survived. We survived the night, which is good. We got 4 laborers, which is great. We need to build this at priority 1. We need to build the well at priority 1. Like, all of that should be very, very simple to do. And then we're going to build all these houses at priority 2. So we're going to get way more. We're going to get way more stuff, which is marvelous. That stockpile's looking pretty juicy. We've still got 27 wood. But we should also probably maybe toggle on an additional forester. But that's going to be an issue for later. I don't particularly care. There we go. These 2 carts that we've got seem to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. We still don't have enough clothes. How is that even possible? Video game. How is that even possible? Cloth. I think it makes cloth or linen. So we're making it with cloth then. That's fine. As opposed to leather and... I mean, it still doesn't explain how we get linen. I still don't understand how we get linen. I have absolutely no idea how we get linen. Let's also build another fishing. Build another fishing. Build another apiary. Build an apiary for the first time. And let's get additional person assigned there. Additional person assigned there. That should still leave us with 4 laborers. My calculations are correct. Build that at priority 1. I think fishing has got to be the best. It's got to be the best thing. Best thing to do, right? Getting another wooden house. Beautiful. We've got a firewood thingy now. Let's do it. Let's start the process. Start the process of getting firewood. Now, we are actually completely out of firewood, so things may go south very, very quickly here. I hope not, but hey-ho. Max firewood. Let's bump that up to 120. Sure. 126 to be precise. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very cold winter, I think. Still leaves us with 3 laborers. We've got a wood hut over there. That's fine. We got an additional well. That should keep us going. Yeah, so people are going to start starving over the course of the evening if we don't if we don't manage to get this fishing hut done. Even if we do manage to get the fishing hut done, it's still going to be slightly problematic for us. That market, yep, still don't really understand what the market does. Bump that down to priority 3. Bump that down to priority 3. Yeah. That's okay. Rubble. What the heck? What the heck happened to my blacksmith? Video game? I have absolutely no idea what happened there. That's so strange. How are we doing for firewood? We're not doing too badly for firewood. We are doing badly for food. We are doing badly for food. That is worrying. All right, fisherman's hut. Let's go. Fish. There. Somewhere thereabouts. Still absolutely no idea what more I can do to make the tailor actually work more effectively. It's just not happening, is it? It's just not happening. We're doing good for wood, though. We're doing good for wood. Stonemasonry. Yeah, the stonemasonry seems rather out of reach at this moment in time. 11 out of 13 houses are filled. So we do actually have space for, like, more families. Yeah, 65% happiness. I mean, it's nothing to sniff at. It's not bad. This total food situation, though, I mean, that's just not great. Now, today is one of those days where we have actually... Oh, that huge wooden house is still open. We have not seen any children, actually, at all. To be fair, it's a pretty grim place to be, so I'm not surprised if people don't want to have kids. That makes sense. But yeah, let's capture that cow. Capture that cow. Believe it or not, capturing it results in a default slaughtering, which is fine with me. All right, what are we building? Building anything of note? Who knows? Yeah, I have no idea how much firewood we're gonna need. I mean, it's 6.5 degrees at the moment. 6.5 degrees above freezing. Things are gonna get cold, and our firewood is just gonna, like, absolutely disappear. And also, so is our food. Yeah, so we're gonna start to see some people freeze now. Yeah, it's gonna get really, really cold. Turns out that people use quite a lot of firewood. We got 11 people that are starving. Oh, come on. Can you not, like... Health is decreasing drastically. Oof. Ah, big oof. Big oof. Let's go. Let's make some firewood. Let's get some food. Let's get some food on the go. Only 12 people are freezing now. That's good. Come on, surely a nice brisk walk to get you to your place of work to go and produce more food is gonna be handy. Sure, we'll put somebody in the lumber mill, even though it's hardly feels worth it. Yeah, I mean, firewood. We were a little bit late to the party on the firewood front. I mean, I think we've pretty much fixed the issues there, but. Yeah, food. I mean, I don't know. We just can't seem to grow. We just can't seem to grow food. Maybe the solution is a field. Wait, hold on. Do we get linen in a field? We grow flax in the field, and that gets us linen. Wow, there you go. Who would have thunk it? I don't care, actually. I mean, there's no point in making a farm at the moment because, I mean, it's the middle of winter and I suspect that things won't grow. And new families arrived. Happy days. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gents, we're actually going to wrap this up right about now. This is a nice little game. I'm really excited to see where things go. And now that we know where to make linen or where to make flax, that's even more handy. Yeah, it's a little derpy at the moment, and there's definitely like some hidden systems that I don't really understand. Clothes, again, I'm not really sure that I understand clothes. I mean, we've made tons of clothes, and yet still we've got zero clothing up here. The market, absolutely no idea what the market does. But this game is nice. It's got a lot of heart, and I like it. I look forward to to seeing what happens throughout the course of development. But anyway, ladies and gents, I'm gonna wrap this one up right about now. Thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Open Potato. This has been Bastide. I'll see you later. Bye.